welcome everybody. My name is Maralee Burnett, and I am back again with the messages for the week of February 24th, 2025, which is your tarot cards for each and every sign. Now, if you want to make sure that you're notified every time I post these messages, make sure you click on that subscribe button now. And also go out to my website, maraleeburnett.com. You'll see all my written content out there. And you can book a session with me if you want a personalized reading. I've asked the cards for the messages for this important week ahead, which has Mars finally going forward, which will help everybody. But it also sees Venus slowing down to go retrograde and a new moon in Pisces that's square to Jupiter. So we have a very active sky this week. And so we'll have to see what the messages are for each sign. Now, you want to make sure you watch for your sun, moon, and rising sign. Put all three messages together and then make sure you come back and compare which card is speaking to you the loudest. And go check last week's as an example to see how did your week go and what were the messages intended to be. It's a fun way to play with the tarot cards. Of course, the more you tune in and listen, like, comment, subscribe, send to a friend, the more powerful the messages get connected to you as well. So we will just jump right in this week, starting with Aries, and say, what is it that we need to know about this important week ahead? All right, Aries. So this is, a bit of a warning card for you, right? Where you need to make sure that you don't stay stuck in your head this week. So you're going to want to take this energy of the new moon in Pisces and use it to break free from whatever subconscious thinking or negative thinking that you've been hanging on to. Jupiter's going to help you break out of a rut and let go of whatever it is you're so worried about, because hanging on to it is simply attracting more things in your life for you to worry about. The energy of the 9 also this week says this is a week where you can finish things, right? Finish them up. So on Thursday, when you have the new moon, you're ready for a fresh start. Of course, a new moon in Pisces can be very spiritual. So set your intentions, set them to make changes, and let it happen. All right, next we have Taurus. All right, Taurus, it looks like you are doing big business in the week ahead. So the Emperor is somebody who is, of course, very powerful. They are a leader. So this is somebody that you're interacting with this week, and maybe it's potentially some kind of a job offer. So that's really good news. The Emperor likes to keep people around him that can do the work, and you're definitely one of those people. So the new moon for you is going to happen in your 11th house of friends and networking groups, benefactors. So this is a very important person for you to interact with this week. You'll also see the energy of the number 4. So there's something about structure and foundation, setting yourself up for the future that really matters this week. And this person is key. So definitely let me know how that goes, Taurus. Next, we have Geminis. All right, Gemini, you have the balance card. And so this is a card that speaks to emotional balance specifically. So there is something about the energy is very challenging for you this week. And so this is a reminder to remain centered, to find a way, whether it's meditation, whether it is journaling, whatever it is, don't just keep your emotions going on a roller coaster with you, right? You need to find a way to find solid ground. Now, it is your 10th house that is being activated. So maybe it's some kind of stress associated with your work or your father this week that has you feeling a bit unsettled. And This is why it's important that you maintain your balance, because again, if you're out of balance, if you're overly emotional, then it will just make things worse. But the 14 becomes the number 5. So there is the energy of change. So just get comfortable with the uncomfortable. And your mantra this week should be change is good. Let me know how that goes, Geminis. Next, we have Cancer. All right, Cancers, you are meeting with a Knight of Fire, Knight of Wands energy. And so this is a very masculine energy. And if you're looking for romance, then this person may just come in and sweep you off your feet. If you're looking to be motivated, if you are looking for passion, right? And it doesn't have to be about relationship or love, it could just be in life, in your purpose, in your career. Somebody could be a fire sign, right? Sagittarius, Leo, Aries could cross your path this week, make you an offer you can't refuse, and then suddenly things are really changing quickly for you. And with this new moon happening in your ninth house, this is a big growth opportunity for you as well. Court cards carry the energy of the one, so this is a new beginning. You've got this energy of a new moon, this energy of the number 1. So take this offer and, like this guy's doing, run with it. Next, we have Leos. All right, Leos. So there is something that is causing you pain. And if it hasn't happened already, then it's going to be happening in the week ahead. And the most important thing you can remember about whatever this painful situation is you're not alone. You can see that this woman is surrounded by her angels. She's being comforted. And if you've already been experiencing something painful, then this is saying to you that you will be healing in the week ahead. In fact, you may be going through a huge personal transformation because of the fact that this new moon for you happens in your 8th house of death, rebirth, transformation, and money that comes to us from other resources. So whatever your struggle is, you will get the help you need. And the number 3 expects you to have faith, right? This is the energy of the creator. So take your pain and channel it into your creative gifts this week. And maybe you create something that actually generates income for you. All right, Leos, let me know how that goes. Next, we have Virgo. Well, Virgos, you get the star card this week. So I think last week we had this with Capricorns. So, Capricorns, if you experienced any magical blessings from last week, I'd love to hear what they were. And for you, then, Virgos, this is about your wishes and dreams coming true. And that means with the new moon in your 7th house, if you've been seeking a relationship, a commitment of some kind, a business relationship, you want to set your intentions with this new moon for that to be what happens, because it's pure magic when we get the star card. It also means pay close attention to what you're wishing on and for. Make sure what you're putting out into the energy, right, is all positive, because you'll create whatever you wish and focus on this week. So make sure you're wishing good things. The number of 8 with the 1 and 7 combined here is a number of strength and power and leadership. So you have the strength to make your wishes and dreams come true. And I'd love to hear what they end up being. All right, Virgos. Next, we have Libra. All right, another Knight card this week, and you have the Knight of Water, which is somebody who is expressing their love for you. They're sharing their heart with you. And again, the Knights always come charging in and can sweep us off our feet. But the thing about the Knight of Water is this is somebody who is honest, right? Their feelings for you are heartfelt, they are true. And of course, you have to remember, though, that we are about to go through a very intense Venus retrograde. So, knowing that, don't get overly attached to people who come to you from the past. Explore the opportunity, but just make sure you're not wearing not wearing rose colored glasses or deluding yourself or ignoring red flags. That won't serve you well. But it looks like for some of you, this is a dream come true kind of relationship. Libra, this new moon happens in the sixth house of the work that you do. It's your day to day life, it's your day to day activities. It could be your health, exercising, right? So maybe that is where you end up meeting this person. Let me know how that goes, Libras. Next, we have Scorpio. Scorpios. I don't think I've ever pulled this card in this deck. And it, uh, I'm sorry, Scorpio, but you're feeling a bit overwhelmed in the week ahead. The good news, though, when you get to the Ten of Fire, also known as the Ten of Wands, is it's the work is about to be done, right? So it looks a bit overwhelming. Look at this person's kitchen. Everything just seems like it's a mess and a complete disaster. What you want to do though is take one thing at a time off of your to do list. And once you start, that momentum is what carries you forward and carries you through. And because it's the number 10, which then becomes the number one, once you're finished with this, then you get a fresh start. And that fresh start happens in your fifth house. And the fifth house rules our heart, it rules romance, it can rule our children. Maybe you need to get your children to help you clean up this mess. But it's a time for re energizing your heart. So it's a welcome change. Next, we have Sagittarius. All right, so another fire sign and another challenging week, which I think has a lot to do again with the fact that Venus is slowing down to go retrograde while Mars is slowed down to go direct. So there's a lot of energy associated with fire, and sometimes that can be overwhelming. And so it looks like for the fire signs, it is a bit overwhelming. Now, the Eight of Air or Eight of Swords for you, Sagittarius, means you're stressed and you're worried too much and you feel like you're stuck, but you're not. So, you really need to carefully look at where you think it is that you're stuck. For instance, is it at home, right? Maybe you're physically stuck at home because of the weather, because of your health, but there is something changing about home and family when you have a new moon that's happening in your fourth house. Maybe there's something changing about your living circumstances or, conditions. So focus on what you want. So if you want to move, if you want a new home, and if you want the resources needed in order for this new home to happen, that's what you want to set your intentions on with this new moon energy. Up next, we have Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. So last week, I think you had the star card. And so if your wishes and dreams came true, it looks like this week with the Eight of Fire, you're ready to take off and head in a new direction. And it's something that we're very passionate about, right? This is fire, this is wands, and it moves so swiftly, right? Fire does move very swiftly. And that's what this card is telling you. So it's time to move on. You might be traveling, you might just be changing jobs. Whatever you're changing, you need to do it really quickly and follow where you're being guided to go. Now, that eight energy, of course, is the number of strength. So you have all the resources you need to get this done. It's also a new moon in your third house, which is something to do with your community. It could be something to do with your siblings, any extended family members. Maybe you're traveling to visit a family member. Whatever it is, it's time to get moving, and you don't have a chance to do the slow and steady thing that you're so used to, Capricorns. Let me know how that goes. Next, we have Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. This is one of those messages where if you don't want the week ahead to feel sad and depressed, then you need to stop focusing on what you think you've lost or what you have given up that is making you feel sad. The more we focus on that, all we're going to do is fill our cups up that are empty with more sad things. So it's time to tear down whatever wasn't serving you emotionally and really focus on rebuilding it stronger than ever. The four does give us that structure and that foundation that we need. Now, this could be something disappointing involving the work that you do because of the fact that this new moon happens in your second house. But just remember, whatever we lose, whatever changes, the new opportunity that follows is a better opportunity for us. So you just have to be patient and allow this to happen and this change to be made. You're going to do just great. And last, oh, I love this for you, Pisces, since this is your new moon, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So there is an incredible opportunity coming your way. Of course, this is a major arcana card, and it does mean big changes, right? The wheel moves you forward. It changes your momentum, it changes direction, and it rewards you for making the changes, for taking a leap of faith. So this energy of the 10, right, becomes the number one. So you have again a new beginning, right? A new moon in your sign, in your first house. This is a new you. There's something really important, but it does require a change. And so you want to willingly, like I said, go where this opportunity is asking you to go. And then there's going to be amazing things ahead for you. All right, guys. That is our cards for the week. You want to make sure you tune into my astro lesson that is out there as well. In it, I describe what might affect you based on Jupiter in Gemini squaring this new moon. Now, Jupiter's gentler energy, it is a teacher, but it's in a sign that it doesn't perform well in Gemini. And it squares to Pisces, which is one of the zodiac signs that Jupiter has been ruler of. So again, there's something big because Jupiter expands that is involved in this new beginning. But whatever that big thing is, it's a square, which means there's something major that you have to change or that changes the situation for you. So again, go take a look at that because I describe that in detail. Also go out, of course, to my website, check out the article for this week ahead for the month of February and look at that new moon in Pisces article as well. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for suffering through the last bits of my cold, nasally nose. I appreciate all of your well wishes. And again, thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule to share some of it with me. All right. We will talk again next week. Take care. And I hope you have an amazing week ahead. Go check out the Astro lesson also on my YouTube channel to see the full week broken down day by day. Take care.